is now 4 o'clock or 1600 hours. And I'll call this meeting to order of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner. Published in the press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Hammond Gazette, and has been posted on the bulletin boards in the county office building in Atlantic City, the Stillwater building in Northfield, and the county clerk's office in Mays Landing. At this time, we'll have our opening prayer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together today. Guide our thoughts, words, and decisions with wisdom and fairness. Help us to work in unity and with purpose for the good of all. Grant us clarity, patience, mutual respect as we serve our community. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Please join me in saluting the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bertina will be unable to attend today, and her days are late.
Okay, thank you. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Burns,
Here.
Hardy,
Here.
Here.
Parker,
Present.
Ruffey,
Here.
Schaefer,
Yes.
Bisley.
Here. Okay. We have one set of minutes to approve this afternoon. The minutes from our April 7th meeting. Chair will entertain adoption.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Any corrections, deletions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Abstain?
Burns,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ruffey,
Yes.
Shanker,
Yes.
Bisley.
Yes. Board of Commissioners will continue to utilize a consent agenda format for sections of the agenda that the commissioners do not feel need additional discussion from the board and are not contested. This consent agenda format allows our meetings to run more efficiently and productively so that we can spend additional time during the meeting discussing other important issues that are not as routine. If any commissioner wishes for additional discussion on any resolution or would like a resolution to be pulled from the consent format to be individually addressed for any reason, please advise and we will do so. For the public, prior to the roll call on any resolution or group of resolutions, you will continue to have an opportunity to comment if you wish to do so. Anyone attending in person who would like to speak regarding an agenda item or add public comment, please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, state your name and the town where you reside. We provided up to 3 minutes to speak. If you are attending virtually and would like to speak, please raise your hand during the agenda item or at public comment at the end. I will call upon your name and a request to unmute will be sent. Please state your name, the town you reside. You will be provided up to 3 minutes to speak as well. First item we have is a very pleasant item, and we're going to have an interview, and the chair will entertain a motion to bring 205 to the top of the agenda.
Move.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on that topic? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Madam Clerk, would you please read 205?
Appointment of Bonnie Lindahl to serve in the dual role of County Treasurer, Chief Financial Officer, and Deputy County Administrator effective April 21st, 2026.
Okay, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion. Second.
Moved and seconded. This time I would ask Bonnie to come to the podium, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Many of us have known you for a long, long time and know your skills and capabilities, but please.
Sure. I did prepare a 510-word statement.
Okay.
And wrote everything down so I wouldn't forget anything. And I know there are some newer commissioners that maybe do not know my history with Atlantic County, so I'll go through that. But before I begin, I'd like to extend my ardent thanks to Mr. Dennis Levinson for his steadfast support throughout my tenure as treasurer and CFO. And now for his trust and recommendation in my nomination as deputy county administrator. I also want to thank the entire commissioner board for your past encouragement and your continued support. As many of you may know, I've proudly been serving in Atlantic County since February 6th of 1989. That's about 37 years of service. Dedicated service. My resume outlines various roles I've held during this time, and for the most recently being treasurer CFO for more than 13 years. Commissioner, my journey with the county has been marked not only by professional growth, but also by significant personal development. I'm deeply grateful for the many individuals who have contributed to my progress. And I'd like to name a few that are really important to me. Mr. William Tate, may he rest in peace. Mrs. Jane Lugo, Mrs. Diana Rutella, and Mr. Jerry Del Rosso. Their leadership, mentorship, and exemplary professionalism have been invaluable to me as a county employee. I'm truly enthusiastic about the opportunity to serve as Atlantic County's deputy administrator while continuing my role as treasurer CFO. In my current capacity, I've fostered strong relationships with Atlantic Cape Community College. I serve as a liaison to the Board of Trustees, as well as Special Services and the Institute of Technology as my role as liaison to the school board. I participate in monthly agenda meetings for the Atlantic County Utilities Authority and attend all agenda and board meetings for the Atlantic County Improvement Authority. You may not have known that, but I do. Additionally, I'm active in the Atlantic County Mayors Association, regularly attend the county commissioner meetings, and contribute to budget and finance committee meetings. Beyond these duties, I'm involved in several committees, including the Labor Committee, Insurance Committee, Open Space Review Committee, Capital Committee, and the Opioid Settlement Committee. I also serve in the capacity of treasurer for the Atlantic County Insurance Commission. I'm fortunate to work alongside a talented team in the treasurer's office, including Vera Wilson, who's my current accounts payable supervisor, Jerry Doolin, who's the chief accountant for payroll and pension, Jeff Monroe, who's doing grants management for us now, and Singh Dynak. Singh was recently promoted to chief accountant comptroller and has recently earned her municipal and county finance officer license. On the administrative side, I'm surrounded by dedicated leaders and professionals, all of whom are in the room today, except for Tammy, she's online, Linda Gilmore, Jerry Del Rosso, Tammy Robbins, Lynn Hughes, Art Murray, and Steve O'Connor. Our admin team meets weekly and continues to discuss important topics that need to be resolved quickly. Looking ahead, I'm eager to continue maintaining a stable budget, strengthening our capital plan, and supporting the needs of our public, our officials, as well as our department heads and division directors. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Please. Fellow colleagues, any questions for Bonnie? Those of us have known her for a long time and worked with her for a long time. Know of your skill set, and I think it's a great move on behalf of the county.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Thank you then.
Okay. Thanks, Bon. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion on resolution 205? Hearing none, I'll call the roll, please. Public. We'll open the meeting to the public. Anybody has any public comments to make? Now's the time. Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
C Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ruffey,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Moving on to our bond ordinances.
Bond ordinance number 1, providing for various 2026 capital improvements and the acquisition of various capital equipment by and in the County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, appropriating $24,515,500, therefore, and authorizing the insurance of $23,289,000 bonds or notes to finance part of the cost therefore of first reading.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded regarding bond ordinance number 1. It's a first reading. Any member of the governing body have any questions?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I have a question to the administration. The top 3 drivers of the 24.5 million appropriation. What?
So bond ordinance number 1 supports $13.183 million for facilities and $11.332 million for planning and engineering. I did go over several of the projects that were
In-
going to be covered.
In the committee, yeah, in finance
in
committee.
the
yeah.
finance committee.
Yep.
And I don't have, well, I do have them, and if you want it, I can go through the details of each project. Or did that answer your question?
That answers my question.
Any public comment?
No public comment.
First reading, you're correct. That's correct. All right. Any further discussion by the board? These are all the things that we need to do to keep the county running. It's as simple as that. Please call the roll.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days.
Yes.
C Days.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ruffey.
Yes.
Schenker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Please read bond ordinance number 2.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements for the fiscal year 2026 by and for the Atlantic Cape Community College, appropriating $5,830,000, therefore, and authorizing the insurance of $5,830,000 bonds or notes of the County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, for financing such appropriation, the principal of and interest on the aggregate principal amount of which will be entitled to state aid pursuant to Chapter 12 of the Laws of New Jersey of 1971, first reading.
Okay. Chair, thank you.
Second.
Been motion made, seconded. Any discussion? I know that there's a number of things for the college in there, HVAC system, and I believe some other things in this ordinance. And of course, we just recently dedicated the new baseball field this past weekend there. They have a beautiful new baseball field at ACCC. They will no longer have to be bused to the Bader Field to play a game. That was a great thing to see. Any other discussion on ordinance number 2? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days.
Yes.
C Days.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ruffey.
Yes.
Schenker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Okay, moving into capital ordinances, please read by title, capital ordinance number 1.
Capital ordinance providing for various capital improvements, equipment, and furnishings in the County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, and appropriating $4,370,400 from the Capital Improvement Fund and/or the Capital Surplus Fund to pay for the cost thereof. First reading.
Second.
Moved and second, any discussion? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days.
Yes.
C Days.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ruffey.
Yes.
Shanker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Moving on to ordinance number 2 on final reading.
Ordinance regulating the towing and storage of motor vehicles, revising and replacing Atlantic County Ordinance Number 3 of 2014 pertaining to Section 126-7 of the County Code. Final reading.
Move.
Second.
Moving to second, any discussion? I think we all know that this ordinance has been vetted quite clearly. Any public comment? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days.
Yes.
C Days.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Shanker.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes, moving into Resolution 189, a grant application.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety for the state fiscal year 2025 Arrive Together Grant. Amount not to exceed $325,000.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any public comment? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
C Days.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Shanker.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Okay. We have 3 professional service agreements. Okay, we'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt these 3.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion on the services agreements?
Mr. Chair.
Yep.
Just want to Meadowview Resolution 192, just a quick question of, I know we're moving towards auction, and so for the public's information, it may seem a little odd that we're seemingly increasing or investing into something that we're moving to auction. So if we can have administration, please just briefly speak to that.
Corey's on.
That's the one where we have the people come in to do the Medicare, Medicaid. That's what that is. What it has to do, we have an outside firm comes in, and they have to do all the data and all the analysis for Medicare, Medicaid, so the nursing home gets as much reimbursement as it possibly can get.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's something we have to do. Any other discussion? Any public comment? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days.
Yes.
C Days.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Shanker.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes, we have 1 competitive contract listed here, number 193.
Renewal competitive contract with Power Plus Translations Incorporated and Accurate Language Services for the provision of interpreter and transcription services, amount not to exceed $75,000.
Move.
Second.
Been moved and seconded on Resolution 193, and this is, of course, to provide the services of the court system. Any discussion on 193? Any public comment? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days.
Yes.
C Days.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Shanker.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Okay. Okay, moving into bid contracts. Here we'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt 194 through 197.
So move.
Second.
Discussion. Any public comment on 194 through 197? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns.
Yes.
R Days.
Yes.
C Days.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ruffio.
Yes.
Shanker.
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Okay. Under the listing of miscellaneous, we have 198 through 2003. I'm sorry,
203.
203. I'm sorry, 203. We're not there. No, no. 198 through 203. Okay. All right.
Motion to combine?
Combine and adopt,
So
please. Yes.
moved.
All right. Been moved and seconded. Discussion? Any public comment?
Chairman, I can
Yes.
ask you to pull 203 from, so a motion to combine it, 190.
All right.
I'll make that motion or amend that motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to consider 198 through 202. We'll hold 203 out at this time. Any public comment? Hearing none?
Yes.
Yes.
Explain 203.
But we have to get to,
Do those separately.
we have to get to it first.
We're just at 198 through 202.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns,
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
C Days, Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ruffey,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Now to consider 203.
Amending Resolution Number 108 adopted on March 3rd, 2026, an alternate method contract with William Blaney Esquire for the provision of additional legal services, no additional cost.
There a motion?
Moved. Second.
Second discussion.
Chairman, the respondent commissioner, these response, I'd ask to pull that because Commissioner Ruffey.
Okay. Very good. Any other discussion? 203, if not, please call the roll.
Burns,
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
C Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ruffey,
Abstain.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Okay. Moving on, we have one chapter 159 to consider. Resolution 204.
State of New Jersey Department of Community Affairs under the caption of the LEAP Shared Services Coordinator 2026 in the amount of $75,000.
Always nice. Is there a motion?
Moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any public comment on 204? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns,
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
C Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ruffey,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Roadway solicitations. Chair will entertain a motion to combine and adopt 206 through 208.
Move. Second.
Any discussion? Any public comment? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns,
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
C Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ruffey,
Yes.
Schenker,
Yes.
Grizzly.
Yes. Madam Clerk, would you please read by title, Resolution 209?
Resolution recognizing April 2026 as Community College Month, sponsored John W. Risley Jr.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to consider Resolution 209. Many of us, of course, have attended our local community college. It is a great facility. We're always looking to increase it, increase the attendance there. And I hope and pray that the new president, whoever that will be able to invigorate the situation and to increase enrollment, because it is the best bargain around, simply the best bargain. College costs have gone through the roof. I know, I've got two in college, and there's no better bang for your buck than the community college. And my hope that we will do everything we can to uplift and increase the image of the community college, and particularly our community college. It's a way for parents to save a lot of money and avoid that debt which is nothing but a yoke around the student's neck when they're finishing up college. So, but we should do everything we can to help our community college. Any discussion on 209? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Burns,
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
C Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ruffey,
Yes.
Shanker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Resolution 210, please.
Resolution supporting Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 106, which would determine that New Jersey Protection Against Climate Threat Resilient Environmental and Landscape rules are inconsistent with legislative intent. Sponsors June Burns and Michael Ruffey.
Moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion?
Yes,
Jim,
Chairman.
please.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead,
please.
Mike. Go ahead.
Thanks, Commissioner. I just want to thank Commissioner Burns taking the lead on this. As commissioners at large, we represent the coastal communities of Longport, Margate, Ventnor, Atlantic City. I'm a lifelong resident of Margate. I was on, Brigantine.
Brigantine.
I'm a lifelong resident of Margate. I was on the Margate Planning Board. I understand the reasoning and the rationale behind these flood regulations. However, I think this approach it's too expansive in how it defines flood hazard areas, and I think it's just too much of a burden, too burdensome to implement. I hope our fellow commissioners agree with us on that. Commissioner Burns.
Yes, like really nailed it. The regulations right now threaten housing affordability, economic growth, and financial stability of our communities with this resolution. So supporting this, we are so environmentally conscious here, but we also have to support our residents, our businesses, and the entire Atlantic County community. So thank you.
Well, we hope the various counties and the state will create enough pushback to make this go away. Oh. Anyone else have any
No,
comments?
Thank you.
Okay, hearing none, please call the roll. Oh, public comment? Please call the roll.
Burns,
Yes.
R Days,
Yes.
C Days,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Ruffey,
Yes.
Shanker,
Yes.
Risley.
Yes. Okay, anyone have any written communications or petitions they'd like to share with the board? Hearing none. Any reports of committees of the board?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
From Education and Schools, I'd just like to give a brief, I hope brief legislative update. Since our last meeting, the school funding formula is under active review. The New Jersey Department of Education signaled that School Funding Reform Act, SFRA, formula is now outdated and under legislative review. This is not just academic, this is the central issue driving aid volatility across districts, including those here in Atlantic County. Direct impact to us here, the Atlantic City School District, funding stability, county college, ACCC, enrollment pressure, and property tax equalization pressures. Expectation, redistribution debates, and places winners and losers, increases legislative hearings, and increased legislative hearings coming in the few months. So I think we should all be keeping an eye on that as the school funding formula is being reviewed, and be very interested on what that new funding formula will look like, because that has probably one of the greatest impacts on not just education, but also on taxes. So I think that's extremely important. Second, emerging push to restore just school funding in special regions is part of the conversation. So they're looking to do like special regions for, like, for example, the Pinelands and the Highlands, where they will restore school funding for districts in what they are calling the restrained areas. So they're talking about doing some special sort of funding for those areas. So we should keep an eye on that as well. Why this matters, it sets the precedent for regional carve-outs or adjustments and could open the door for urban adjustment arguments and coastal environmental constraint funding models, which you just heard with the real and the resolution we just passed. All these things majorly impact, our towns down here in Atlantic County. Let's see, and Mr. Chair, I will leave my report there.
Okay. Yes, it would be nice if the state of New Jersey came up with a funding formula that the average person could understand. I think right now it's a complicated formula that is debated and debated and debated, and not really a just way to look at it. Any other committees reports? The unfinished business?
My apologies,
Yes.
Mr. Chair. One more thing that came out of the state, the clean energy shift, the nuclear moratorium has been lifted.
Mhm.
I think we are all lined up and realize that we need energy.
Yes.
And we need energy from somewhere. And so it's nice to see that finally we're in agreement that nuclear may be the direction that we have to at least consider and not continually shut down our nuclear power plants across the state, as we know we've done over the last decade or so or more. And so it's nice that state of New Jersey is at least considering moving in another direction. As we know, all of our electric bills are going through the roof, the data centers coming in. And also, while we're talking about data centers, I'll throw a little bit of an AI committee report in there. I don't know if anyone saw the report on the data centers, but a large majority of the data centers that were proposed to be starting to be built are now on pause or being canceled because there's a little piece of machinery, a transformer, electric box that we do not make here in the United States. It's only made at the moment in China. And we all know China's not exactly our friends at the moment. And so that wait time for that transformer that we need for the data centers to turn on to work, the wait time is looking like around 3 to 5 years being pushed out. So that is also on the table. So that's something that we should all kind of be aware of and know that's happening, because it's one thing to build a data center, but if you can't turn it on, then it's an awful waste of money.
Sure is. Sure is. Anyone else? We have a new business to consider. I know that I've been requested by the Board of Elections, which is composed of 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans, to consider appointing a committee to be as a liaison type of thing. So I'm going to give that due consideration, and I may be asking various members to serve on that committee. So I put that out there. I do want to mention that under the good news department, that the Green Bank Bridge in Mullica Township is now open. I want to thank our county engineer. He said it would be Tuesday, and it happened. So apparently there were repairs to the conduit and the wiring affecting the span lock on the Green Bank Bridge. So it's fully operational. Hallelujah. All right. Anyone else have any new business? Okay. Like we're going to have a short meeting today. All right. I'll now open the meeting up to the public for any comments that anyone would like to talk about on any subject. We have anyone online, Lena? No? Okay. There being no comments, we'll move into the good of the order. Anything for the good of the order?
Mr. Chair, through you, for good of the order, I see a young man from the 177 sitting amongst us. I know we had a resolution today from the
Yes.
177. I'd just like to, have him come to the microphone and have brief conversations.
Sure.
We were fortunate enough to take a tour out to the 177, arrange some tours
Yes, we did.
recently. Since that moment, we've been continuing to have conversations on how our county government as well as our 177 can help one another, and at least communicate. And so Ryan is here in person. So if anyone has any questions for this young man or anything that you would like to share with us, I know that the 177th after the tour had some damage. Maybe you can give a brief update on what's going on out at the 177.
So I can go a little broad here. Firstly, Commissioners, good afternoon. My name is Ryan Lertzma. I'm the Family Program Manager for the 177th Fighter Wing. I am if you call it, the chief bridge from the family members to their airmen to the community relations and partners. I myself am an Army veteran. Grew up locally here, as well as in previous phases. I was also the Stockton University student veteran president for a couple of years at the same time. So my involvement has always stayed local, but also at the same time is how can we create a better impact? How can we leverage each other to increase advocacy to what our guardsmen go through, as well as promote involvement? So one of those things is we created amongst the resiliency team members is CARE Day, which is a community assessment, resiliency, and engagement. Think of it like a block party, but it's to our community partners locally that I invite at the base to provide information on what they do, their business model, their advocacy, their information, whatever, and they educate our airmen, just empower what is available to them locally. This could be from career fair dynamics, employment, to education. I work very closely with the Ideal Institute and Wren over there, as well as our local university, Stockton, as well as ACCC. This has not been the most easiest last 6 months militarily, as we all can attest to. But with the last winter storms, there's been structural damage. I'm not the person to speak on specifics of the engineering. My background is more hospitality. But I will say there is tens of millions of dollars of infrastructural development happening at the base. And we are currently working in phases of reconstruction to making it environmentally sound, as well as the water damage from the snowstorms. What I would like to see moving forward is some means of a representation from the wing to reach out to this committee, just to show in some means of correspondence. This is my first meeting coming to the commissioners meeting, so I appreciate that. Commissioner Parker, I know we talk very sound as well. And if I can provide any perspective from family dynamics to what my mission vision is, to what our critical needs are, I can hope to provide some means of this description or dialogue. I know right now, FY26, National Guard Bureau published a study that 40% of our suicides in the Air Force is strictly based off of financial distress. And that could be a collective of things. That could be budget, that could be gambling, it could be addiction, that could be just monetary illiteracy. So that is one of our mission statements that we're working on at the Resiliency Center for our airmen. We have roughly 1,400 airmen, 3,100 family members, and that is my pure focus, is teaching the basics of money management, how to utilize the dollar from high school dependents all the way up to grown retirees. And I emphasize on grown retirees. So please, if there's any questions or perspectives, I hope I can indulge. Thank you.
Got a quick question. On the resolution we approved today, 198, between our county health department and working with in coordination. Have we done that before? Do you recall we've done that before? Is that something new?
I've been in the role for 4 years now, and what I can say is my predecessor was more internally advocating, where I'm more external advocacy.
I don't recall in the past having that done.
It's very new
Okay.
as far as community outreach is concerned. Our current wing commander, Benjamin, or aka Toto Robinson, his mission in the next year or so, that's how his timeline's left. He wants to do as much marketing and outreach to connect to community relations as possible. So that's from tours, that's from education outreach, that's to having Boy Scouts out, Scouts of America out. Anything that indulges community outreach, it's one of his top priorities.
Very good.
Just
Anyone
like,
else?
I'd like to say from chair, education and schools chair, he already mentioned all the way from Idle Institute, all the way up for all the educational partners that we have here in the county. There's already a working relationship going on. And so we're looking to build that out. And with Ideal Institute, there's some conversation now that we're having. They're looking for HVAC instructors and things of that nature. And so that conversation has begun with maybe using the officers from the 177 CE and offering them those opportunities to come teach at Ideal Institute what they're learning inside of the 177, which would be awesome. An awesome, connection that we can have with our schools, with the 177, so those relationships can continue to build. So stay tuned. We'll see what we can come up with.
One of the, as everyone can probably kind of see what's happening in what I just call world economics, is drone and AI, right? That is the true force of industrial evolution right now. In the precursor of what the Ukraine and Russian conflict is. It forced the world industry to refocus world branding and war branding. I think Stockton, when I graduated in 19, they had a robust aeronautical program that delved a little bit into AI/drone affairs. I believe if there are certificate and licensures that the military offers, why are we not offering that locally? If that means the high school program starts adopting AI-built licensures and certifications to set them up for a professional career, that's something that is probably easily attainable. And I think ACCC is also introducing sub-programs like that as well.
Yes, they
for
have.
academic approaches.
It was actually part of their budget this year that we approved. So from ACIT, ACCC, Ideal Institute even, they're all, and I'm speaking now as the chair of the AI committee, they all have programs right now that are lining up exactly with what you're saying. And so we're trying to develop what's from the education and school side, a regional academic or educational program or framework where, to your point, our region is very different. We have very specific things that we're looking to create in terms of defense, in terms of economic development, and all of those things need to be inside of our schools. And so the great minds of the future of all of those industries or whatever we're creating, we want to see them graduate from programs right here in our county, in our school system. So I think everybody right now is on board. We're all beginning the conversation of rowing in the same direction, and I'm excited to see where the future goes with this.
Yes, sir. One last comment for everybody is what I try to tell new family members coming, we also have a small active duty component attached to the 177. That's the 306, the fighter squadron. They're out of Shaw. However, we still integrate them into our local family, all these active duty personnel. Is right now, if you take a Google Maps snapshot of the 177, although it's attached to the FAA campus in totality, if you take a snapshot now, we have received a little over $180 million in federal grant for infrastructure and innovation. 5 years from now, this whole base is going to be monstrously different. That's with infrastructure upgrades, as well as the main gate, as y'all may have seen on Tilton Road, That's going to be an industrial entry and exit gate. However, it's really exciting. Something is definitely moving very quickly because the time gate on these grants are less than 10 years. So it's going to be a very unique adaptive change to what's happening on the FAA campus in total for what will be coming for the 177 Fire Wing. So thank you for your time, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. I think they added additional fencing just recently as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, so that's part of what you just talked about.
That's right.
There's a lot going on with that. There's gonna be a lot of buildings on the 177 coming up. It's an exciting time. One last thing I'll say about the 177 is that when we took our tour and spoke to the firefighters wing over the 177, they are in favor of regional dispatch, and they
Oh,
feel
absolutely.
just like the rest of our Atlantic County firefighters that it is an absolute matter of life and death. It's extremely important, extremely serious that we take it seriously and consider going to a regionalized dispatch system. So.
That's correct.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I make just a quick question. Are there going to be any other tours? I unfortunately missed the last one.
You're out.
No, I'm sure.
If you were in charge, I know.
I'm sure that you
Passing security clearance.
So I beat.
Yes.
didn't
Tours
do well.
tours are very, very accessible, sir. It's just a simple email, and then I'll coordinate dates, schedules, and application. The only aspect of the, I would just call it the robust tour or the full book, are our simulators. They're currently down for maintenance and upgrades. So typically for a tour, we'll have personnel go into our actual F-16 simulators and just play around the joysticks, do some combat operations, etc. However, they are very easily accessible. Commissioner Parker has my email as well as the Public Affairs Office of the 177th, and typically we can do it 90 days out.
So I did share all that contact information with Tara, and I don't try to hold on to any of that stuff. You guys know I am not the person to contact to arrange anything. So Tara does have that information. So if anyone is interested in taking the tour,
A great staff.
You have to pass the security clearance.
now full disclosure, I pretty much grew up on that base, so I was the snot-nosed kid that used to go in and play. I used to play with all and push all the buttons and do all the stuff I wasn't supposed to do anyway. So it's kind of a home away from home for me.
Mr. Chair, if I may, just
Please.
kind of connected to the good order. Right, I do believe that during, I know it was before your tenure, during COVID, I believe the 177th was helping out at Meadowview for a minute, I believe.
Yes, they still have active missions at both Vineland as well as Meadowview for holiday adoption, holiday gifts. Typically, we try to run adoption of senior veterans, and it's one of our pushes to just reintegrate our airmen for community service and philanthropy. A lot of times I work with the VFW, lifelong member myself, but 3 of our units, our med group, our avionics maintenance, as well as our maintenance group, are adopted by 3 of our VFW posts. So that is one of my focal points, is that no matter what, we're always going to be veterans first, regardless of our administrative roles, and we take care of each other, whether that may be at a senior center or a post, American Legion, VFW, or DAV. So, yes, sir.
Yes. And then just lastly, again, for the good order, I did notice on social media that they're going to be doing night flying at the base starting tonight through Thursday. So I think it's important to educate the public, especially maybe in what's happening around the world today, that not to panic, but we do have that sound of freedom coming in the evening hours. So
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just have 2 brief comments. One is that in the future, we'll be setting up a tour of the wastewater. We did the solid waste. Now it's time to take the tour of the wastewater plant. And if you've never had that tour, it's quite something to see the amount of sludge that comes in and keeps coming and how the plant deals with it. So with that, we'll be setting that up, that tour. And I just wanted to mention too that New Jersey Association of Counties, NJAC, will be starting May the 6th. They do have a lot of great seminars. So I know it's tough sometimes for people to make these seminars. They're during the day, but if you can make it, the seminars are great. and they're worth your time. So that's all I have. Anyone else before we close? Not? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We are adjourned.